a laptop isn't meant to be used to make music. I mean, not to like play as an instrument, but yeah. So you had that. You had that. That was the Moog Model D, and the hard kick was something that I heard Nas had on the song Nasty. And the song Nasty by Nas, I think it's on, is that on the Life is Good album? I can't remember. That might be a bonus track. I can't remember. And it's just it's an old school hip hoppy. Bum, 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 bum. Another thing I spent a lot of time studying was old school hip hop. And like what I consider old school, which is 80s, but I guess I'm considered old school now. But yeah, like the original shit, like, African Bambaataa and all that. But when I heard Nasty, I was like, fuck, that would sound great if I put it in this beat. Something like that isn't really considered East or West Coast, because West Coast rap really wasn't defined or developed until probably albums like this came out. You might say NWA, but definitely when albums like this came out. So the really old shit, like I talk about like the Planet Rocks, or further back, stuff like Kraftwerk. I think Kraftwerk was out in the 70s. That stuff wasn't really coast defined. It was just music, or Rapper's Delight. It wasn't really coast defined. It was just hip hop. And that's where the term hip hop comes from. The hip hop, the hip, you hop, you don't stop. Hip hop wasn't coast defined back then, from what I know. But even though it was the Sugar Hill Gang, but it was like, the whole West Coast sound started really with this dude. So yeah, those elements. The synth and the Moog Model D, also used by people who do G-Funk. Then on top of that, I put an echo effect on the synth during the hook, and it was something that I heard Dr. Dre do on a beat on a 50 Cent song. I can't remember. It was on that 50 Cent album, Animal Ambition, I think. So yeah. There's so many different elements of this West Coast rap in there. I even sampled myself clapping my hands and mixed it in with a snare that I adjusted, and that's how you get the clap in it. It's a real hand clap, and then I talked about the most West Coast shit that I could even think of. The shit that I always heard growing up. Crip hop, dirty blood, slob, all the shit that people say about crabs, shit like that, about Bloods and Crips. But then talking about how I'm connected to them. A Blood got me my first job. MB getting me my first job